My name is Minesh Yehuda. I am the director of the band Urban Foli, and welcome to Celebrate Africa. The name of my organization is Urban Foley Djembe Orchestra Performance Arts Incorporated, and basically that is the nonprofit side of what I do. So my Urban Foley, the band, is a small segment of the nonprofit, and what we basically do is take the cultural arts and we take it into the inner city, to the youth, to give cultural arts for therapeutic uh, advancements and answers to some of the everyday stresses that go on living in the urban community. I'm someone that grew up in the urban community in Baltimore City, and the drum is something that kind of kept me on a straight path. It allowed me to travel outside of the United States, and because I was able to see those things other than what is offered directly inside of our communities a lot of times, then I told myself I want to come back and share it with the youth so maybe they'll get a chance to do the same thing. So my drum is one of those tools that we use for that. I've been playing drums since the age of 2 years old. I grew up playing. My father was a drummer. I come from a family of musicians, healers, uh, preachers, reverends. And so at 2 years old, if you can see here, this thumb is shorter because that was my marriage to the drum. I was trying to pull up to the drum and the kunga fell and broke my thumb. So just like you saw, or you're going to be seeing Marty up on stage, there's a couple of us that were born first generation, second generation of being able to play these instruments and create the sound that we want to create. And so urban foley basically means urban music. So we take the roots of the traditional African sound and we try to influence or implement it inside of a newer contemporary sound with the string instruments. Just like Dizzy Gillespie said, the only thing that changes jazz between here in the Americas and the diaspora is the drum was taken out. And I want to be able to put the drum back inside of the music here. My name is Menes Ben Yehuda Ben Yisrael. I'm originally Menes Ben Madden. I'm Menes, the son of Madden. The Maddens were free slaves in Reisterstown, Maryland, and my family, or my grandfather, we were granted permission to create our first schools, our first churches. Later, from coming from a church background, my grandmother, my father got more into reading the Old Testament, and he changed my name, last name to Yehuda. Menes is the first pharaoh of Egypt. So when my mother and father came together, I was created, and because my mother was studying Pharaoh Menes in school, she gave me that name. So at the same time, Menes means the first one to bring people together, and with the sound that I'm creating inside of the United States in Baltimore, I'm one of the first to do so. So I'm honored to have these guys come and support me. They're all great musicians, up and coming, and I'm just a small piece of the puzzle, and they help me get some of the crazy out of my mind. So the language that there's a couple different languages that the women were singing. A couple of the songs were in Bamana or Malinke, and then some of the songs were in Susu. And so in West Africa, Guinea, West Africa, if you go more into the northern area, then you go into the area called the Wasaloon. And so the Wasaloon basically connects areas like Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, some parts Ivory Coast, and Mauritania. And so inside of there, you have traditional uh, religions and traditional practices, but then you also have the influence of Islam. And so when you listen to some of the phonics that and the intonations that they're singing in, you can hear some of the same similar prayer or sounds that they call for prayer in Islam. So it's more of I try to bridge the sound from West Africa, Mali, but also implement the sound from the Mississippi Delta with blues, jazz, things of that nature. So basically what they're saying, Super Ninkun, It's the one song that they were singing is about how the two ethnic groups came together and was able to implement that particular culture there, or share that particular culture there. Kode Juga, another song from Mali, uh, or the song was Kome Denu. Some people say it's Kome Denu, but the song is Kode Juga. So we just take the different phonics because of how it sounds, the meanings of some of the songs, and then we implement the music there so we can get more of a polyrhythmic approach to the music.